So apparently, there's a lot of heat going on with Triple H in this book, and where this is stemming from, it appears that Bobby Lashley is not going to renew his contract, so therefore him and MVP is out. And they're not leaving in good terms, according to many sources. So I read this post from Wrestle Nation, and this is what they said about Triple H's book. And it said, Triple H's dislike for the African American people goes way back before this pick is related. They got a picture of Booker T and Triple H posted here. So this is some of the list. Releasing Bobby Lashley, Sheldon, and MVP. Also taking away the monster heel booking from Lashley. Not reforming the Hurt Business. Taking away the Cena-type spotlight away from Bianca Belair. Turning the Street Profits into a low-level tag team and not doing much with Lashley Profits faction. Turning Naomi into a jobber. Not sending Jay Cartel development first and make her look bad with less training. Not being able to bring back Sasha Banks. Okay. See, this is one thing here. And see, this is where a lot of black wrestling fans become pussy. Because they don't want to address the elephants in the room right here. Now, I'm not saying that just because a person is black that they're obligated to get a good push. Nor should they be in line to get a good push because of their skin tone. But, at the same time though, you got to look at this angle here. Now, the argument they're using, they're saying, and this is what I'm saying, that some of these black wrestler fans they're trying to justify the shit, right? They're trying to sit there and say, well, Lashley's too old. What do you call Randy Orton? Randy Orton's 45 years old. CM Punk is 45 years old. John Cena is coming back at almost 50. Why? So again, age is not an excuse. Bobby Lashley is in better shape than all three of these guys. Number two, I was looking at the JD from NY dude, and what I don't like is this. I don't like when white boys try to sit there and chime in on black issues and have us perceive what we want to perceive as racism. Because he was sitting there talking about, well, they handle Bobby Lashley well. Bro, the first couple years, Lashley was booked as a joke. They didn't turn this shit around to like years into his turn. Because y'all remember when he was in there feuding with Sami Zayn? He was feuding with Sami Zayn and they brought these mammies out there. He was partaking in that. Then he got squashed by fucking Finn Balor, who was damn near twice as small as him at WrestleMania. Then they had him in this ridiculous storyline with Lana and Rusev. Lashley was a joke for years. He was a joke for years. And he's right about one thing. That could be due to Vince McMahon's booking. But Triple H ain't doing no more better. We got to call the elephant in the room. Now, let's say this. Okay. You could say Bobby Lashley, he done shine into the sun. It's on to move on. There is no excuse for Montez Ford to still be doing the same shit. There's no excuse for him and Dawkins to still be doing the same shit almost 5 to 6 years later. Montez Ford is a stud. He has the look. He has the military background. He got the baddest chick in the game, in the wrestling game. He can work. He could talk on the microphone. He's charismatic. He's like the black Seth Rollins, but better than Seth Rollins. But what's the difference? What does he have? What does Seth Rollins have that he doesn't have? He don't have that indie look. And see, Triple H has his favorites too. His black and gold favorites, like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and what's the name? Gargano, Ciampa, Gunther. All those are his pet favorites. So therefore, that's another problem. So you got to overcome that hurdle as well. He's going to push his favorites. And plus, why would you have those guys feuding with Cross? That sucked the heat out of them. Nobody benefited from that feud. Nobody benefited from that feud. And another thing I noticed too, not calling Triple H as a racist or nothing like that, because I met the guy. The guy is actually a real nice guy. I met him and Stephanie years ago. They're real nice people. So I didn't really catch no racist vibes with him. But this is a little funny style. Why are you doing the same type of booking with Damian Priest and Gunther that you're doing with Triple H, what you did with Booker T 20 years ago? You might as well call him a spick. The way you had Gunther out there disrespecting that man. Now I understand, racial overtones is great for heat. It built in great with the rivalry, but you don't have to really go that far with that, man. You really don't have to use racist overtones to get characters over. Especially when you call them street trash. I'm like, we know what he really wanted to go with that. If this was the Attitude Era, they would have been called him that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say, and then on top of that, the Naomi thing. Naomi just been jobbing. Naomi went from Impact champion to coming back and jobbing. I think they're just making her eat shit because of how she left with Sasha. That's what that's all about. They just making her eat shit for like a good year or two. And a part of that, probably what Triple H is calling, probably from TKO. I don't know. But this is Triple H's administration. All of this is under his watch. This is the same thing where he can't take you. It's like with presidents. You can't take credit when things are always good. You got to take the bad too. All this is happening under your watch. Vince McMahon been gone for 2 years now. So we can't sit there and every time shit goes bad, we got to go back to Vince. You've been holding this down for at least about 2 years now. You're taking credit for all the success, making wrestling cool again. You got to take credit. You got to take responsibility for this too. And how you mishandling Lashley, MVP, and Omos, and a lot of the black talent. So that's my thoughts about that, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.